This video will give you a real and fake comparison of the Haimer 300. Regarding the comparison of this Haimer 300, I have done this black-faced one before, and this grey-faced one. Friends who are interested can check it out. Today I will bring you this blue noodle for comparison. Because there are many friends who want to buy this blue noodle, but are worried about the color difference. So today I will give you a simple comparison between this original genuine product and this VS Factory one. It is also mainly for everyone to take a look at this issue of color difference. We can clearly see through this lens. Does VS Factory make this blue noodle? It was indeed done very well. What if you compare it with this genuine product? It's also hard to see any color difference. Right. Include a literal of it. The ceramic surface has a degree of reflection. A color that includes a circle. Right. Really well done. And it has a luminous spot. The center position of the luminous dot. Some sizes of glow-in-the-dark dot fill. They are all very well matched. Therefore, this watch is also a watch that you don't have to worry about color difference. Because there are many cousins and everyone may think that. Is there any color difference between this blue and red color? In fact, this watch really doesn't have to worry about color difference at all. Okay, let's look at other places. A filling of night light. Let's take a look at the original genuine product. The luminous dot inside the scale is very full. There is this feeling of water droplets. Let's take another look at the VS Factory. Right, he did a very good job too. It's also very full and has this watery feel. And the filling doesn't have this overflowing feeling. Right, very good. Literally inside a laser cut. Then, the cleanliness of the ceramic surface. Also done very well. Then let's take a look at the pointer, size and thickness. There is also luminous, filling, and a central axis. It's also done exactly right. Omega letters, printing. And the little letters below. It's also done very well, right? Basically speaking from the front. It's hard to distinguish between true and false. Even if it includes me personally. You should take one out. What if you let me see it too? It's also hard to see. Let's look at other places. Calendar window. Small slope. Then a font for the calendar. Let's adjust this calendar for everyone first. Let's take a look at the font size again. Including the small steps of this calendar. Everything we do is completely accurate. Including this 6-digit switch made. English letters. Very small English letters. It's done exactly the same. So it's really a very good watch. Then let's take a look at the strap part again. The strap part is also very good. We can measure the width of one of its straps. There are many watches with this strap width. It's just that what you do will be different. The genuine product is 20. Let's take another look at the VS Factory. Right. It's also made the same as the original. A width of 20. So this watch, no matter from the watch head to the strap part. It's really made exactly the same as the front. Including brushed texture. The brightness of the polishing is also done exactly the same. Let's take a look at the buckle part again. One size of buckle. Let's measure here. For 3.7 for 3.6 for 3.7. One length including clasp. Exactly the same thing is done here. So it's a polishing and brushing process. Including a process for opening this mold. It's really good. Because every time VS Factory makes a watch, they all purchase genuine molds. So these details. He also did a very good job. There's nothing wrong with the buckle either. Let's take another look at the expansion and contraction of the strap. This is an original buckle. Original and authentic, press back and forth to open and close. Feels very light. Very smooth. Let's take another look at this VS Factory. It also feels very light in hand. Very smooth. There is no sense of damping. So it's a degree of flexibility. Also done very well. This watch is also very comfortable to use. This can be considered a 5-bead watch strap. Then a diameter of 42. It is also suitable for most people to wear. It also feels very tough when getting started. This blue is also very bright. Let's take another look at the diameter and thickness of one of its watches. The original genuine product is 42. Very standard. A thickness of 13.6. Let's take another look at this VS Factory, 42. Then we look at the thickness. Also 13.5. It's an error of 0.1 millimeters. This can basically be ignored. So whether it's from the front, the strap or the buckle, it's all very well made. The diameter and thickness are also exactly the same. Don't worry about color difference. So this watch is a style that I personally highly recommend. It is also a very popular style. If I were to single out one, I think many people would not be able to tell which one is true and which one is false. Okay, let's take a look at the movement on the back. Many friends have said that you can tell whether the Omega is genuine or fake just by looking at the speed indicator on the back. But if you want to distinguish the fast and slow piles, you really can't tell the difference. Because VS Factory, he is also the one who made a pile. A fake speed pile. See? Proportional to it. It's the same. Also a pile. Right. So what if you pass one pile and two piles? You can't tell the difference. And what's more, it's also the same balance wheel that's also black. Right. Then let's take a look at a comparison of top films. Polished brightness. Including an engraving on it. It's done exactly the same. Right. Let's take another look. Another angle. Look at it from this angle again. It's the color of a gemstone. Distribution of gemstones. Including a sanding of the lower deck. I really can't tell which one is real. Which one is fake. So only this very professional person gets started. You can see how well you adjust your time in various aspects. Therefore, it is sometimes difficult for some old watch friends to distinguish the authenticity of this watch. So what about the degree of reproduction? It is completely true and can reach more than 95%. But there will definitely be some flaws. For example, let's look at an engraving on this steel belt. Lettering color. Let's look at this one. Let's make a simple comparison with this VS Factory. You can see it. Maybe the angle is not right. Let's take one to see first. This is genuine. One of its engravings is very clear. Right. There is no such blackening phenomenon. The VS Factory will feel a little bit black. Right. Of course it's not obvious. What about this situation? What if it is genuine? Sometimes you polish it after using it for a long time. You will also feel that way after your hands have been in contact with sweat for a long time. This is really not obvious. But if you don't compare it with the genuine product, it's completely indistinguishable. Okay, let me give you a summary here. This Hymer 300 has several color literals. There's black side.